at the train station. This is the beginning of the journey at Western Supermarket train station, which is very, very quiet. I've just found out that my friend Mr. Moonshine has arrived in Cyberjaya in Malaysia, so hopefully by the time you see this, I'll have already met up and had a few beers with him. Hopefully. Anyway, so our journey begins. From here we go to Bristol. From Bristol we go to Paddington. Paddington to Heathrow. Heathrow, Frankfurt. Frankfurt to Singapore. Singapore, hopefully to Johor. And then to bed. We are in Frankfurt Airport. A little eatery which just has like sandwiches and coffee and maybe a cold beer, but nothing much. So we've got to hang around for 3 hours with really no access to anything nice and munchy. So we are just starting the bit from Frankfurt to Singapore. Sadly, I don't think that's the most stressful part of the journey yet. We've still got to go from the airport to Queen Street, from Queen Street to immigration in Malaysia, and I hope they let us in, and then from there we've still got to get out to where we live, which is quite the journey, so let's see how it all goes. Have to be quick because we've got the noise in the background. We get a copyright strike. We are in Singapore, we're in Changi Airport, we're just having a cup of coffee. Well, I'm having a cup of mocha, but it's awful. And then we're going to head off, hopefully, on our journey to Malaysia. Fingers crossed, everything is okay. It's now just gone 6 p.m. Well, we've been travelling forever.
Train to Bugis. Dun, 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 dun.
We're in the taxi now from Queen Street in Singapore to Mal Madini in Johor. And our daughter will pick us up there, so it'll be the first time we're seeing them in a year. And I'll be able to get in my shower and get my nice comfortable bed. So yeah, we're so pleased to be back. It's taken a long time. When we left, we didn't think it would be this long. So we're back to Malaysia. We do our day. So we're in the car, we're waiting to go to immigration, but this is the traffic jam. I'd like to tell you that that's a rare sight, but it's not. This is what it's like every day, pretty much. So it's going to be a while. We're not going to get home in the very near future. Okay, first day back in Malaysia. Well, second day. We arrived last night. What a journey. So, first things first. Got how damn hot it was. Second thing second, our scummy landlord hasn't been paying our service charges on our house for the last 2 and 3 years. So we don't have access to a swimming pool. We have to go through as a visitor rather than tenant. So I've got to sort this shit out. This tenant, landlord won't even contact us. I've sent him messages, doesn't reply. And I know you can say, oh, don't pay your rent. I haven't paid the rent. Nothing happened. So yeah, welcome back, Malaysia. Oh, the reason I didn't pay the rent is because he hasn't paid the service charge, not because it's only 1 month and he hasn't even bloody said anything. Trying to get a guy to notice you is ridiculous. Welcome back. Anyway, got back last night. Couldn't get to sleep till about 3 o'clock in the morning because I think back in UK time that'd only be about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening, so it wasn't particularly for it. And I've just woken up about half an hour ago, which is 11:45. So we had some sleep. Our cat Jean-Claude spent the whole night sleeping beside me, so normality is resumed. Sound wise, I'm not using my phone today. It's too damn hot. I've just left, just got out of bed. I'm just carrying shit. I've got to go and do some shopping, so this is going to be a bit dirty, a bit noisy. Doing what I can, people. Try to love me. Huge problems getting in immigration yesterday. Coming through Singapore was a breeze, quicker than it's ever been, I would say. Absolutely flawless. Going into Singapore, leaving Singapore, brilliant. Coming to Malaysia, we're sat at the immigration place in the taxi and just waiting. The guy's going through our passport page by page. He's making phone calls to his superiors. He's picking up, he's taking pictures and sending them to his superiors of the passport. Then another woman turns up to help him, and then after about 15 minutes they decide we should go to the office. I say 50 minutes with a woman, probably 25-30 minutes total. go to the office. So apparently the situation is, when we left Malaysia, well, then we went through immigration and we signed out. I think we filled in a form as well because of the overstay. Although it wasn't technically an overstay because Malaysian authorities kept extending the visa amnesty. So we did what everyone else did, which was stay till the amnesty ran out. Once the amnesty ran out, that's when we left. Well, before then, so when we got to immigration in KL, sorry about the wind, we filled in the form. What happened was, when we were here last time, we had COVID. Not we didn't have COVID, COVID was here. And the Malaysian government kept giving it a visa amnesty. Because obviously nobody could fly home, there was no real flights. It would have been very difficult, so the government kept giving amnesty, 90 days, 90 days, 90 days. Well, even 6 months at some stage, I think. I think so about a year and a quarter, year and a half. And then, as I say, right and quite rightly, they said, okay, it's been long enough now. Everybody who doesn't have a proper long stay visa has to leave the country. Fair enough, and that's what happened, of course, that's when we left. When we left, got to the airport in KLIA, and I believe, I'm trying to remember now, I think that we filled in a form with the immigration guys just to sort of explain our overstay, which was kind of like, they knew they were getting lots of people on the same sort of week doing the same thing, so it was like, yeah, fine. And that was it. But then when we turned up at immigration yesterday, all they see on our passport is we came in at this date, I don't know, 2020 or whatever it was, and we left over a year later and are only on a 3-month visa. So quite rightly, and they're doing their job. I don't have a problem with this, I'm just stating what happened. Quite rightly, they were like, hang on, this ain't right, you shouldn't be coming in here late, you've got to sort this stuff out. And that was where the issue basically arose. The fact was, between the government giving an amnesty and filling in a form, nobody put a note in the passport to state that happened. So we're trying to explain, this is what happened. They're saying, well, we're doing our job, and I'm saying, yeah, absolutely. And they say, yep, we understand my situation. So it's just one of those petty little paperwork things that just raises the stress level, especially when you've been traveling for 30 hours. And the stress level's kind of, you've got to the door, if you like, you've got to the edge of the place. I already know that when I get back, I've got to start dealing with this fucking landlord. Shit. So, yeah, happy days. But, can't let it get you down. Got to start living happy in Malaysia again. Well, I'm already happy. The sun is shining. It's hot as balls. But we've got things to sort out. So, welcome on our journey. Let's hope the next six to 9 months are awesome. Just done a quick shop. One of the things about being away in a tropical country, when you come back, that hot, humid air does a lot of stuff to your property and your clothes and your furniture. So I've bought a whole load of cleaning materials, and I guess I'm going to be spending the day cleaning. My daughters and granddaughter have been in the house, but obviously they haven't been using my clothing or my drawers or my office, or same as my wife. So, these things are like drawers just seized up, but they've expanded, I'm guessing. So it's just got very humid and hot in there. So that's where we are. Right, yeah.